This is Feed Your Mind. So does NASA even really have the technology to go to the moon is the question. You see, people have been asking this for decades now because they haven't been back since allegedly the first time they went. And now people are starting to question, did you even go back then? Because technology has advanced so much since then. And why are they having so much trouble getting humans back up to the moon now? You see, NASA just recently announced that they will have to delay their Artemis trip to the moon that they were planning on. Check this out.
And NASA announced early this morning it would be delaying its mission to send 4 astronauts around the moon. This is after engineers at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida detected a hydrogen leak at the base of the Space Launch System rocket. It happened during the wet dress rehearsal, where elaborate launch day walkthroughs are conducted. NASA announced that it would forego February's launch window, and it's now aiming for dates in March, with additional dates potentially in April. Now, the Artemis II mission will be NASA's Space Launch Rocket System and Orion capsule's second trip to space, but the first time that they carry humans. The launch is expected to be a crucial stepping stone towards returning astronauts back to the surface of the moon.
And so Artemis has officially delayed their February plan to go to the moon with 4 astronauts. They were going to travel up to the moon and fly around it a couple times and head back to Earth. The first time that humans have been on a trip to the moon since the original moon trips back in the 60s and 70s. So now NASA is saying we're going to have to delay that because it looks like they just don't have the technology to go, like they already told us. And so NASA's looking to shoot for a March or April date now. And I wonder if they're going to actually try to pull this off. This is very suspicious. They found a hydrogen leak allegedly on the rocket, and this is so convenient for them because now they can delay the trip to the moon because they have these 4 astronauts. They need to make sure they're all on the same page because when these astronauts get onto that rocket, they're going to either have to trick them to make them think they went to the moon, or they're going to have to explain to them that you guys are going to just have to say you went there. And there must be some issues going on because these astronauts have to be debriefed. And so I'm wondering what's going to happen in March and April now. I'm looking forward to this to see if they're going to delay it again because Trump has made it clear he wants NASA to get back to the moon before the end of his term. He wants that honors scorecard where he can say, I sent people back to the moon. He really wants NASA to do this for him. So are they going to be able to pull this off is the question, because there's just so much involved in getting people to say that they went somewhere that they never went. And how are they going to pull this off? Because with all the modern technology, you should have clear footage that they went to the moon. I mean, this isn't the 60s and the 70s anymore. So how can you get away with saying you went to the moon without showing us tons of evidence and proof? It just seems to me like it's an impossible task because with the stars, people are saying, why isn't there any stars up there? Well, the reason why is because people now can look at those stars and determine if the stars are real or not. They can see if a star is out of place or if there's a star that doesn't belong there. And they can't get away with that because this isn't Star Wars. This isn't Star Trek. You can't just put footage out there with stars and they're just random stars like a movie, because in a movie, nobody cares. But with something like this, they have to be precise and all the stars have to line up and match up. So there's just too much involved to where they can't show us the stars. And so they're going to have to figure out how they're going to pull this off. And it looks like they're not confident that they're able to do this. They need more time. So let me know in the comment section, do you think they're going to actually attempt to pull this off? Are they going to try to show the world that they sent 4 people to travel around the moon and come back to Earth? How are they going to get past the Van Allen radiation belt? This is a thing that flat earthers have been saying since 2014. We found that clip where they're saying this Orion capsule and the Artemis rocket doesn't have the technology to get past the Van Allen radiation belt. They said that that was a big problem for them, and they admitted it. Then flat earthers were saying, well, how did you do it back then in the 60s and 70s? Because technology is so much farther advanced since then. So if you guys easily were able to get through it in the 60s and 70s, what seems to be the problem now? They're acting like it's no big deal now. They're trying to say, well, you can probably get through it and not have many issues. They're trying to downplay the dangers of the Van Allen radiation belt now. So it's just another excuse. And I don't believe that they're going to be able to pull this off without the world figuring out that they do not have the ability to leave low Earth orbit. And why is that? Could it be that there's a firmament above us? So look, let me know in the comment section if you think that they're going to attempt to pull this off, or are they going to back out of this plan again in March and April. And so check the description box. I'm going to leave some links to my playlist that explains why they cannot go to the moon. And also check out my secret videos. You can join my YouTube membership for as little as $1, and you'll have access to all of my secret videos for members only. And you're also going to support this channel by doing so. I'm also going to leave links to my other channels, my social media, my Feed Your Mind store, my free email newsletters, and much more. Let's get about 500 likes on this video. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Feed Your Mind, signing off.